annual meeting of the Personal Democracy Forum. Here with Arianna Huffington, whom I think I first met at the first internet the PDF. And I remember April 2004, the month before that PDF, you wrote a blog post called Mash Note to the Blogosphere. And your point was that in a dinner party with media experts, tell a story, what you've learned.
It was really about how I fell in love with the blogosphere. For me, it started when Josh Marshall and other bloggers stayed on the Trent Lott story and stayed on it while the mainstream media abandoned it, until basically Trent Lott became the ex-majority leader. And I was fascinated because that for me was really the power of the people. That for me was really what could be done through the new media. And that was really the moment when I kind of knew I wanted to do something online. And the beginning of the Huffington Post, which was launched in May 2005.
Mm-hmm. And now it's a media empire on its own.
I don't know about that, but it's definitely an internet newspaper, which is what we are becoming, moving from a political blog to a real newspaper that covers everything, media, business, entertainment, living. And the idea is to just not talk to the people who agree with us, but to expand the universe, to bring people through multiple ways, and then have them discover our politics if they're not already in agreement with us.
And now you're going local with that?
Yes, we are going local. We are starting with Chicago, and then we're going to launch into multiple cities. And again, the most important thing for us is to keep integrating our community into in everything we do. Our Off the Bus project, which is our citizen journalism project, has got a lot of attention in the last few months because of Mayhill Fowler, who broke two great stories. And part of what we're saying is that you don't have to be in the mainstream media to break a story. And the important thing that we also do is to stay on a story, in an obsessive way almost, until it breaks through the static.
And Josh Marshall went on to do that. He wrote the Duke Cunningham stuff when Duke was living on the sailboat.
Absolutely.
And
then the Attorney General story, which was a great story.
Now, you had a real sense of where this could go politically in 2004, 4 years ago. How much has come about? Have you been surprised by anything? Is there something still missing? What are your...
Well, we've always said that the internet will come of age when you have the candidates and the messages that really resonate with people. You can't just fake it on the internet. And that's part of what's happened with Barack Obama. His message has resonated. His authenticity has come through, and he has appealed to so many young people who had given up on politics. And that's one of the most exciting things that we're seeing in this election cycle. Also, the Obama campaign has been very smart at using the internet, bringing Chris Hughes from Facebook to run Facebook, and doing the transition between what's happening online and what's happening on the street.
What do you think is missing? How do we get to conversation about government, which has politics as a subset, as opposed to a conversation all about politics? We don't quite get around the issues. How's that going to happen?
Well, obviously there's been a tremendous emphasis on challenging the Bush administration. As we're moving with a bit of luck towards an Obama administration, then the emphasis will be on governing. And I hope that all this enormous power that has gone into politics can then be switched towards policy and bringing about the kind of changes that we want in Washington.
Now, you've done very well with celebrity bloggers. And I always believed there's something the Dean campaign had was, when Zephyr and Matt and Joe Rossbars and all these people were blogging up there, and somebody had a comment, and they'd respond, Fred in Denver said this, and Fred in Denver says, wow, that's terrific, because he's got this going on. And so many celebrities want to help Barack get elected. So one of the things I've been wondering about is why not have celebrities target particular places, where they came from, back in Omaha, and go visit and kind of talk about that. And you'd be a great person to
go actually,
yes,
you mean online?
No, to also go hang out and have their own little, do the Oprah thing so you could facilitate that. Well, you're a celebrity too.
I don't really think that this election is going to be about celebrities. I think that this election has moved beyond that. I think people are dealing with so many. Don't leave. I need this man. I think people are dealing with. This was Matt Stoller, up and left, a great blogger and a great friend. So real time, right?
Yes.
I think that the people know that there's so much at stake. There's so many real dangers that there's a tremendous focus on what can be done to course correct in terms of foreign policy and domestic policy. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.